Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog, and today I just want to do a little tutorial video. This one for Darthmod Empire to download for Empire Total War. So let's just open your browser of choice. In my instance it's Firefox, and all we need to do is type in Darthmod Empire, and that will take us to a choice here, Darthmod Empire for Empire Total War. It's the ModDB site, so we'll just click on that. In addition, I'll also include the link for this down in the notes down below this video, so if you want to just click on that link, it'll take you here also. This tells us all about the different releases and the news for Darthmod way back in the day. I think back from, what, 2009? I think the final version of Darthmod was completed in 2012. So this one's been around a while, and yes, you can still manage to play it somehow. You can either scroll all the way down to get to the download files, or you can just click here under Files for Darthmod Empire, and it'll take you right to what we need. There's three in particular that we need to see about downloading, and one is Darthmod Empire Part 1, version 8.0 Part 2, and then the patch 8.0.1, the Platinum patch. So these are the three we're going to be downloading today. So let's start with Part 1. We'll just click on that, and it takes us to the download page for Part 1. You just click on the good old download now. Get a little pop-up that'll take a moment.
Check out this month.
And we'll skip that so we don't have to listen to any ad. I should remember to just turn off the sounds. Hopefully we don't get that next time. We'll find out. So we'll click back on here, and we will just save this file. And you can see down here, at least for this browser, you get a little download icon as Part 1 is downloading. Takes a few minutes. Well, I guess it doesn't take that many minutes. Just depends on the link, your internet speed, your computer speed, you name it. There's all those variables, and you'll get it downloaded. It's a 1.9 gigabyte file. All right, we're back, and it has downloaded. So then it's just a matter of going to our other links over here. We'll just back up. We'll get to Part 2. We'll do that next. We'll download now. Same exact process.
For a new Nissan? Well, good.
Except we want to turn off the sound. And there is the download prompt, and we will save that file also, and you can just see it going up here to our download file. This one a little smaller, 970 megabytes. Alright, the second download is complete. Now we'll go to the final and last, and this is just the Platinum patch version 8.0.1. I think this is the smallest file of all. We'll find out.
Month's offers on new models.
Oh, stop. I want the sound off on you ads. All right, here we go. We'll save this file now. It's the final one going down up here, and like I said, the patch, that's a nice real quick one. So here we have the three completed files. On this particular browser, all you got to do is click on the file, and it'll take us to our download file, where we can see the three downloads that we have. You'll notice earlier in the week I already have actually downloaded this mod to mess around with it in preparation for an upcoming playthrough I'm planning to do, but I uninstalled everything just so we could show you a fresh install. Here we have number one, the .exe file. You'll notice that Part 2 comes in a zip file, and I'm not going to go into how to get out a zip file in this particular episode. There's plenty of WinZip or other free zip file openers that you can access and watch YouTube videos on how to use those. We'll just go down it. Notice that earlier I have that file right here already unzipped and sitting here ready to go. And then we also have our patch. So all we got to do to download the mod at this point is click on the number one .exe file. It'll take a minute to load up. So have some patience. All right, and so then we're faced with a little pop-up here, and it's just the little warning to make sure you know what you're downloading, at least as best of your ability, you know what you're downloading. So we are going to allow this unknown publisher to make changes to my device here. And we get our first pop-up for downloading and installing, or not downloading anymore, but for installing Darthmod Empire. We'll just hit next. They're just recommending you have a clean install, not a lot of other mods in the way, etc., etc., before you download this. We'll just agree to the terms of the license agreement here. And in the old days, I always had the path pre-populate, but lately, anytime I've downloaded the mod, I got to do the path myself. So it may vary a little bit depending on your computer, but if you're like my gaming laptop here, I'm just going to be on hard drive C. And one of my other computers is packed away for travel right now. It was a disk E or disk F at different times. Just depends if you have multiple hard drives or not. So we'll just start on this PC, click there. Then we'll go down to the disk that I know my Steam is on and all my games, and that is the local disk C on this computer. Program files 86 is what we want. We'll scroll down to Steam, and we'll scroll down to Steam apps. Then we'll just click on common, and there we see it. Second one on this particular list is Empire Total War. We'll just click there and stop and say okay. And there we have the path where we want to have it installed. We'll just click next at this point, and it'll be adding folders for Darthmod Empire and just giving more information on where it all's going, and the download will start. So we'll just give this a moment to work its way through. Not a super long process, so I don't know if I have enough chat in me to talk through the whole download, so you may see me blend forward to when this ends. Okay, now sometimes it may go through without this pop-up, just depends on the download. Sometimes it will stop like this, and I'm actually glad it did, which is why I uninstalled Darthmod, hoping this would on this install. You may sometimes get this pop-up, and it's basically telling you, I'm not sure where your part 2 is. Okay, we're just going to hit browse to get it the link that it needs to continue. It's only got a few files that opened up, so we'll come down here and just allow all files. It's searching for Darthmod Empire version 8.0 Platinum 1 in parentheses .2. Why don't we give it 1 in parentheses .2? We'll make this one the one it's looking for. How about that? And there, it finds it now, so it should be able to get to it. And it continues. There we go. We just had to help it out a little bit to find the file. And once again, even though this is lovely, scintillating video to watch as it goes through this process, I may just blend forward once we get to the end. All right, we have finished the first 2 steps. Now it's just a matter of applying the patch. So we go up here to the patch, double click on that. Give it a moment to load up. There we go. We are going to allow you to. There we go, similar kind of loader right here. We agree to the terms of the license agreement. Next. And once again, we're going to give it that old little path again. We know how to do that now. We just hit your PC, whatever disk you have your Steam games on. Program files 86. We'll scroll down to Steam. Scroll down to Steam apps. And it's in common. and Empire, and we've got the path set again. I'll let it do its thing. This is a smaller patch, so it'll be over in a bleeping second. There we go. All right, we have completed it. We can get out of this browser now also, and voila, down here we see Darthmod Empire icon that has been loaded to our desktop. So let's go ahead and open it up and take a peek. Once again, we're going to allow it to make changes yet again. And hold your ears. Good. And there it goes. One of the first things you can do if you don't want to get blasted every single time is under settings. We can take the launcher audio and turn this little puppy off, and we can once again hear ourselves. Okay, man, it's just a matter of picking the campaigns that we want to do, picking the options we want to do. There's obviously other things in the loader, more so that you use if you're adding some other mods that might go along with this game. We're just going to be playing right now and doing the base mod. And the campaign I'm actually going to be doing, well, we have Ultimate Early, Ultimate Late, Uprising, and we have the Grand and Warpath scenarios, custom scenarios, but my particular playthrough, the volatile and crash-worthy 40-unit saves that we're going to be playing, but I'm just going to click on it to show you in case you ever do want to try this, because if you do choose this particular scenario, unlike some of the others, it's going to ask you what kind of campaign you want to play, and I'm going to be playing the Ultimate Campaign early, and then I'm going to be playing my playthrough as United Provinces, and we're kind of set up with a campaign. Let me just pick a few of my options. The 40 unit one is default 2 turns per year. I don't recommend changing that to anything else. Artillery, it's a little overpowered with 2 times. You can argue it's overpowered with 1.5 times, but I do like that extra, a semblance of the extra artillery, so I always set it that way. Y'all just settle it the way, set it up the way you prefer. It's fun if you're learning a language to play in some of these other languages. Research rate, I always like it to go a little slower, because if I don't slow it down at all, it seems like I zip through the research too fast. And I like it to take a little extra time. No forts, and I do the deployment zone large on this one just because we're doing so many units. I want the extra space. And finally, you just enable whatever graphics you want. Weather on 40 units I tend to keep off just so we don't have the extra info in the save files, because sometimes size of save files can be a pain, and everything else pretty much we keep the same. Audio, you can pick your drum and fife music that you want. I don't know that any of these is a specific one per se for Netherlands, but we'll just randomly pick one that we're going to use in our campaign, and there you go. When you click on start, you're going to get this kind of activity. And that's not the activity we wanted. Let's open the browser again. And everything else is currently set still the way we had it. And when you click on start, that's the pop-up that I wanted. It's nice to see that don't panic if things don't work out the first time. Just be patient and try it again. If there's other issues that don't work out, you can always try leaving me a comment. I may or may not have experienced it in the past. I'm not going to pretend to be the master expert on everything, but if I do happen to have the knowledge, I'll try to pass it on to you. Now here it says you are ready to launch Empire manually. Please do not close the launcher. Okay, so the first time playing, it's going to ask you to open up Steam and launch it that way. And there you go. And we'll get into the game, and boom, there's your Darthmod. We'll give it a second to get set and loading. There we go. And the reason I'm going in here to get the game started on a 40 unit save is because it's a little different. We'll skip the cinematics here. It's a little bit different. And hang on a sec while I do this. Under sound, I'm going to turn off the music because I do get a little concerned on Darthmod, especially when I'm putting this on the music channel. I'll be using some generic background music when I play my playthrough. I don't need any copyright hits, but I turned down the sound. Let's get back out to here. When you're going to play a single player on the 40 unit saves, you start out not by picking a campaign, because we've already done that. You just hit load game and boom, there is the save and the setup save that you're going to start with to play the game. So I don't think it's this way for any of the other starts. It'll just go right into the game. But because the 40 unit saves is a unique setup for the maps and units and etc., if you do not open it in this fashion, you will not have the bar and the UI that allows for the 40 units to be used. And you'll see this very small unit cards down here that allow for that. So I just wanted to show you all that. Now we'll just escape back out. And then if you end up clicking off here, you can have it vanilla ready to play or Darthmod ready to play. I'm going to click Darthmod ready, and then I'm going to open it up one more time to show you one more little thing about the launcher. That can be quality of life, so you don't have to take 2 steps to get the game started. But if you go under the settings and auto start is off. But if you turn auto start on and then you hit down here on start, Empire is launching, and you don't have to do that extra step of opening Steam and manually starting it that way. So that's about all I have to share with you all. I hope quiet guys, I hope that was helpful for you in learning how to set up and play this mod. If you have any other questions on the downloading, feel free to drop me a note down below. If I have the ability to provide the answer, I will. I might even take a moment to try and Google the answer for you if I can. But anyway, thanks for watching this. If you have any feedback for me, I sure would appreciate it. If this was helpful, if it was understandable, if it wasn't too complex, I try to make it as straightforward as I know how. And I hope you get some good use out of this. And I hope you have some fun with the Darthmod version of Empire. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.